Welcome. This is Ad Emmen reporting live for Premier Magazine from the Digital Infrastructures Conference in Krakow. And we're here with Yannick Legray, who's the director of EGI, one of the organizations that's organizing this event. So welcome, Yannick.
Thank you for inviting me, Ad.
Welcome. Can you tell a little bit about the EGI?
Sure. EGI is the European Rooted Federation for Advanced Computing and Data Research. And our aim is to serve the research communities in Europe and provide them with the necessary resources to overcome the scientific challenges.
I heard this morning that you had almost like 1 million computing cores that you are federating. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's true. We have slightly less than 900,000 cores we are providing by our 325 computing and data center in Europe and in more than 50 countries as well.
So when I understand correctly, the most important thing is not so much the cores that you provide, but that you connect the research centers so that people from one country and one organization can access the resources from other ones. Is that more or less correct?
Well, the resources we provide to the different research communities are very important.
Of course.
The more challenging part is to federate all the actors throughout Europe. And this is what we have been successful to do within the EGI Federation, with all the different actors contributing and collaborating together to serve the scientists.
But it's not only about the computing itself, it's also about the applications, isn't it?
Yeah, the goal is not to provide bare metal like some very well-known commercial providers, but the goal is really to provide services to the research communities. And with respect to that, we have recently been working on a service catalogue to really clarify the offer and what we can provide to the scientists. And over the last 18 months, we have clear our offer, our service portfolio. And so now we are just finalizing the service catalogue that is available for all the scientific community wherever they are well organized, such as the pan-European research infrastructure or the individual user or small group of researchers.
So the idea is that an individual researcher can go to your service catalog. I assume it's also available online, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, exactly.
And then he can see, well, for my type of research, I can use this type of software or this type of service is better word.
Yeah, on the EGI website, everyone can get all the necessary information to interact or connect with the EGI Federation. However, it is more likely that an individual researcher will first connect to the national contact point in their country because they are much closer to each other.
And then the national contact points help them, and if they need a general service, they come to you. But is it in general that also the support is provided nationally more than by EGI?
The support is federated at the European level, and depending on the application area or the collaboration we establish with the different researcher, it could be provided by a few countries or at a general level through the EGI Foundation.
So there's a lot of development within EGI and within the EGI services. We are here together with you're here together with a number of other infrastructures. So how important is collaborating with the other infrastructures for EGI?
Well, collaborating is always very important, and it's also a big challenge because we are all coming from different backgrounds, and none of us can achieve everything on its own. So the collaboration is, I would say, vital, and we really have to consolidate what we are offering to the end user, whether they are big research infrastructure or small group of researchers. This is also with respect to that we are working more towards standardization and respect of standardization to also improve the quality of the level of services we provide to the user. EGI Foundation is finalizing its ISO certification, and by the end of the year we will be certified on ISO 9001 and 20000.
A kind of proof of that you do the things in the not the correct way, but
it's also a very big step toward more maturity and more capacity to have a repeated outcome of what you are doing and being able to serve with the same level of quality, I would say, on a permanent basis. This is really our goal, to be able to provide a high quality of service and consistent high quality of service to the user.
If we go back to collaborating, say, which e-infrastructures can you mention that you have some specific collaboration or collaboration projects with?
I would say we are collaborating with all of, starting from Giant, which is the underlying infrastructure on which we build up the EGI foundation. So all our computing and data center are connected to Giant. So this is really the underlying infrastructure. We are also collaborating with UDAT for data curation and long-term access to the data, and to build up some use cases with a specific user community. Of course, we are collaborating with OpenAir for what concern all the publication, and we ask the scientists who uses the EGI infrastructure to publish their data with specific tag that can be automatically collected by OpenAir. And we also collaborate in some way with Praise for some specific application or some specific user community who require to access both cloud type and high performance computing facilities or resources.
The type of computing that you do is more cloud oriented, you could say, and Praise is more the supercomputing kind of stuff.
So we are providing high throughput computing, which was known in the past decade as the grid computing, and we are also, as you rightly said, providing cloud computing. Praise is not only high performance computing. This is the top of the high performance.
The top of the top
of the high performance computing, and they tend toward the exascale computing, but it's not yet there. So it's probably for a future interview with them.
What do you see as the most important developments on the European scale?
The KPI are really important, and I think most, if not all, of the infrastructure are already monitoring their infrastructure, because we are bound to, even by law. So we are collecting a lot of metrics. The interest of collecting a KPI is to answer a very specific question. So we really have to know what type of question or what kind of answer we want to get to be able to collect accurately a KPI. This is also, to be able to do that we have produced that huge effort toward the service catalog and the ISO certification, because it really helps us to clarify all the processes, all the procedures, and to define the appropriate metrics and KPI that we have to collect in order to collaborate with the other infrastructure.
Yeah, so for your own infrastructure you have key performance indicators, and you have a well-defined way of collecting them. How can we compare one infrastructure with the other?
That would be a slightly different problematic, because each infrastructure can only collect the metrics and the KPI which refer to themselves.
Exactly.
The analysis of these different KPI and the harmonization between the different infrastructure will be something different that has to happen after that. But there is a new project which has been recently approved by the European Commission, and which is called E-Infra Central, which exactly aim to achieve that.
EGI is also involved in it.
Yeah, exactly, like the other e-infrastructure. Because.
And then the EIRG also has some a goal of collecting policy-related KPIs, so there will also be some work there. Yeah.
Exactly.
So this conference is coming to a close now, the Digital Infrastructures Conference. So how do you like it until here?
I think this is a great success. This is the first time that all the e-infrastructure come together to organize a user forum. We have had a great attendance of about 400 people. We would, of course, welcome much more user communities and scientists using our services. But as this is the first edition, I'm very pleased of the outcome of that conference. And I hope that we will do much better in the next one. So this is a very challenging issue and very interesting for us. And I hope it is also for the research community who can see how to use and combine the services offered by the different e-infrastructure.
Thank you very much for this interview.
Thank you, Ad, for interviewing me.
For Prima Magazine, this was Ad Report.